This is the last episode.
This is it.
I don't hear you.
Oh.
I don't hear me.
Do you hear the music?
Yeah. BRBIE.
Y.
2.
K.
Brutus.
14. Y2K14.
Brutus.
Brutus. You don't hear yourself?
No. Oh, now I do. Now I do.
I was about to say.
There we go.
All right. Guys, this is the last episode of Cast. My name is Lewis.
I'm General Bone to pick.
My name isn't that.
It's not?
No.
Ew.
All right, guys. So this is the last episode podcast. My name is
Is your name Seymour Butts?
My name is General
Alcoholic?
Al Capone. I'm
Al Kaepernick?
Al Kaepernick.
Colin
Moriarty Kaepernick.
Colin Moriarty.
Sherlock. Rate and review on iTunes. Follow us on Instagram at the last episode podcast. Twitter at last episode pod. Ask us things. lastcastask@gmail.com.
Lewis, I forgot to ask you this, and I might as well ask you now live on the podcast.
Uh-huh.
Why do you have 2 cups just stacked into each other on your desk? Because you were drinking out of the top one, and I forgot to ask you why.
Yeah, that's a very good question there, Andre.
Is it a power drink?
Yeah, what happens is you get more power drink.
That's not an answer. That's just repeating what I said back to you about the question.
I can't think. I should end the sentence there, but I can't think and add compression at the same time.
Should have done that before time.
Yeah, well, The Land Before Time is a movie.
Which one? 1 through 7?
Teen.
There's so many fucking movies in that series, and
Well,
I watched
obviously.
all of them because I got sick at school a lot when I was a kid.
Well, I was a kid too, and I watched.
No, you
those-
weren't. You were just born like this, flawless, just like Beyonce.
Insert absolutely flawless song from that one boy who makes that song. Absolutely flawless.
Man, we went from 2 entirely different genres there. For Beyonce, you went for someone I don't even know.
I went for George Michaels.
You mean George Takei?
George Lucas.
Of the Jungle?
George Lucas Brothers. Mario.
Instead of the other brothers, the George Lucas brothers. It's 3 of him.
It's just 3. No, it's just 2 George Lucases and then a Steven Spielberg who's just like, hey.
It's like, I like money.
I like money.
I used to make good movies, and then I remembered what money is.
Like,
oh yeah, that's
and then
good.
money happened.
Yeah.
I really hope Ready Player One is good.
Okay, what are the last movies that boy has made?
Huh?
What were the last movies that Spielberg made?
The
big fucking gun, which failed miserably.
The giant thing.
Which nobody saw.
What's it called? The last dragon or whatever. That dragon movie.
What? He made a dragon movie?
There's like an animated dragon. He's done a lot of animated movies lately.
Anime or animated?
Animation.
Okay, I was like, what are you talking about?
I said animated. I'm sorry. I'm dumb.
Wait, is he also working on that Indiana Jones movie as well?
What Indiana Jones?
The other one they're working on?
Is there another one?
Young Indy.
Oh, yeah.
Is he working on that bullshit?
I hope Harrison Ford is Young Indy. I want old man.
They CG the shit out of him and they shrink him. No, okay. You know how like in old westerns, I forgot what the fuck that guy's name was, where he had to walk in like a trench because he was too tall?
No.
Oh, God. I can't remember. Okay, there's a famous Western actor. I forget his name and I feel dumb.
James Allen McCune.
Yeah, James Allen McCune. our friend, James Allen McCune.
Yeah.
No, someone's going to say it. Someone will know it.
Someone will know
Famous Western actor boy. He was tall, so he had to walk in trenches so he could fit in the shot.
Uh-huh.
I want that. That's going to be him. Harrison Ford in the movie has to be walking like that. And then you have to CG feet where his like torso ends.
I want
like a torso and legs.
Here's what I want. I want Indiana Jones prequel where it shows him being born all the way up to
That's the whole movie. Just him being conceived for an hour and 25 minutes. That's a true origin story. And you're gonna see the sperm swim in X-ray vision, like it's Mortal Kombat. And then there's a little, and then so you can tell it's him as a sperm. They put a little hat on it.
I'll be honest. I'd rather watch that than anything else that's going to happen
with Indiana Jones.
Yeah,
same here, man.
Yeah. No, because
unlike Star Wars, I actually had an affinity with Indiana Jones growing up.
I'm
like,
the opposite.
More than that.
I'm the opposite.
And I was like, man, Kicking of the Crystal Skull. What the fuck?
I'm the opposite. Either way, though, Harrison Ford hates it.
He should, honestly.
either one, Star Wars and Indiana Jones, he hates.
Yeah. He likes the people, not the movies.
No, he loves the people he worked with.
Yeah.
His thing is just like, hey guys, I'm in other things.
Yeah. I'm not very good in most of them, but I'm in other things.
Yeah. No, he's a great actor.
He's gonna be in the Blade Runner remake.
Yeah, which is awesome.
I love Blade Runner to death. Blade Runner is not a perfect movie at all.
No,
I have a lot of affinity
for it. I don't know why I'm saying no.
Do you like cyberpunk shit, right?
Yeah,
that's exactly that's Blade Runner. Everyone kind of steals it now.
Yeah,
but I kind of don't know if I'm not actually opposed to this remake, honestly, but I wonder what they can do to it that's different.
I'm surprised that Harrison Ford said yes.
Yeah, because he doesn't really say paycheck.
Yeah, fair enough.
There's a long gap of time after Indiana Jones and Star Wars where he's like, I'd like to get paid again. with the big bucks.
So what I wanted to say, what I want the movie to be is I want a young Indiana Jones of him.
Is it gonna be like him when he's in the Boy Scouts?
But I want CG old man Indiana Jones, just tiny.
Like, did you ever see George Lopez before the TV show?
I know.
Where they
I know exactly what you're talking about.
They put George Lopez's face on a baby's body and just have him talk.
And it was
do that the whole movie.
Was that show bad?
Yes.
What? You sure?
Yes.
Are you sure it was bad?
Yeah.
I don't remember it being bad.
I think it's because I've grown to hate George Lopez the older I get.
Fair enough.
Because I have my personal reasons for hating George Lopez.
It's because he's Mexican, isn't it?
No, it's because his jokes even till I've now that I'm an adult boy, now that I'm of 20 years old, I was like,
heard of it?
I was like, oh yeah, George Lopez's jokes are about Mexican stereotypes. Well, Mexican American stereotypes.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see how that would be annoying.
None of it is
Mexican.
Hey, these are things that are kind of bad. It's we do some fucked up shit to our kids, huh? It's that for like an hour and a half, and I'm no Mexican American like rights activist or whatever the fuck.
No, but I know.
But I'm kind of not cool with that anymore.
Yeah,
because I see those people still exist in my own family and in California.
Yeah,
and I don't like it. It's not bueno.
I feel like George Lopez to Mexicans is kind of how like the Madea movies are.
Oh no, the Madeas are like offensive to humans.
All right, just
not
humans,
just that
not just black
people.
Not just black people, just to humans in general.
No, they're just not even funny. Even like on a offense, like on a
and you know what?
It's base level.
I don't think there's anyone that says like, yeah, that's me. Madea. You know there are people.
Tyler Perry, that's him.
Yeah. Well, you know
I hate Tyler Perry so much.
Yeah. You know that there are people who look at George Lopez and say, yeah, that's me. But no one does that with Tyler Perry movies.
Yeah, like I get like his humor's like I can relate to it.
Yeah.
But he's never gone out and said we should get better and not do this.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of concerned because George Lopez has a broad appeal, which means that all of his people who listen to his comedy get the point of the jokes. That's my beef.
He's one of those comedians that like
he's still a little more general.
Everyone knows.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the same thing with Gabriel Iglesias.
But Gabriel Iglesias, he's like not offensive to people.
No, he's just not good.
When he almost died of being fat, I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna make jokes about that anymore.
Yeah.
Well, he did, but it was like, I need to be healthy or else I will die and I will lose my wife.
I feel like Kevin Hart's the only example of like huge comedian.
But he's not a terrible comedian. He's funny.
Also amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Kevin Hart's awesome.
Because he's a good storyteller.
Well, also he's not like I feel like he cares about comedy
he does.
as like stand up as an art, more so than like the George Lopez is
because
Gabriel Iglesias is.
Well, George Lopez he's into comedy, but I think it's George Lopez rests on his laurels. Like he'll do the same type of stuff.
Yeah,
because like he grew up with like the Richard Pryor and all that, like a lot of class comedians did.
All of these guys did,
but he hasn't had a reason to evolve that much. He'll just change topics. Like his new special is called The Wall.
Yeah, I know about that.
And I'm like, that's stupid.
It's very stupid.
Because I know it's going to be that shit for 20 minutes, and I'm going to roll my eyes for the whole time.
It's going to be the basic...
No, he's going to say crowd-pleasing thing. Everyone goes, yeah! And then that's going to be it for like...
brave!
It's like, no, you're not.
Yeah.
It doesn't... I just hate this shit where comedians, because it's not just him, but other comedians, where it's like, I will say a thing that crowds will like, you're saying the truth. It's like, no, you're wasting time in your bit.
Yeah.
To make people like you. Fuck off. Say your jokes.
It's called virtue signaling.
But it's shitty. It's a waste of time.
Well, that's all bad. But it's even worse when you're doing it in front of a crowd. If you're doing it like privately, like you're still kind of a dick. But can you like make a joke out of it instead of just saying this is my opinion? Actually, on my YouTube channel, which I promise I'll make one day.
Yeah, well, someday I'll make that.
Yeah, I keep rewriting that video.
Like if you're gonna make a big point to a crowd, whether they want to hear it or you want them to hear it, at least make a bit out of it.
Yeah,
like do what Dave Chappelle and Bill Burr do.
Yeah,
like even if people don't agree with their points, make it into a bit of some sort.
Like when Bill Burr says something controversial and the whole crowd goes silent, he's like, "Why y'all quiet?" Like he like goes into like, "Why is everyone quiet?" Because
my favorite bit that's like not really like a joke, but it's just he tricks you into it, where he's talking about like a metaphorical kid that he would have.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And it's just he's talking about like a conversation between him and his fake son.
Yeah.
About like they're tossing a baseball.
All right.
And it's him talking about how he doesn't like religion. I'm like, oh, that kind of came out of nowhere.
It's coming out of
his Bill Burr persona where it's just him being like a crazy dude.
Yeah, it's
where it works. Where it's kind of funny, but it's also him speaking his mind.
It's one of the best.
It's clever.
I think it's my favorite joke
of Bill Burr's.
No, I think ever. I think it's so. It's such a smart joke. Like the way it's delivered. I just last week I watched every single Bill Burr special.
I should do that again. Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds like the best time.
Yeah, in order.
Because you get to see like how he gets a little angry every time he powers up.
Yeah. Yeah. Watch and listening to his podcast. He's
way more laid back on the podcast.
Well, no, I think.
Well, in terms of like his the way he delivers.
I know what you mean. I know.
Delivers his points.
Yeah.
That's why it's fun because his special just him amped up.
Yeah. Well, with his podcast, because now he has a kid.
Yeah,
he's been talking about.
I still don't believe exists.
Yeah, I know it's all fake.
I don't believe it's real.
I can hear the kid cooing in the background.
No, that's just he's just playing background noise from his laptop.
Yeah,
I don't believe it's real.
I don't think Bill Burr knows how to do that.
I don't think he knows what a kid is. He's too old now.
He's too old. No, he's not that old. I like Bill Burr.
Yeah, but he's an old man in spirit, and I resonate with that.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. He's just old, grumpy man who just doesn't want to.
Except he just tells people his opinions that people don't want to hear, but it's funny anyways.
But it's funny anyways. He's just like, no, you're gonna hear this, and I don't care.
Yeah, like complaining about like Lucky Charms and shit.
Yeah.
Or he's like yelling for 5 minutes about like why should self checkout even be a thing?
Yeah, exactly.
Which is funny.
No, like that joke of just like I don't even want to say it.
The mayonnaise is over there.
Well, no,
that bit.
Well, yeah, the mayonnaise over there is like, well, I'm not gonna go toss a bread over here and then toss a
They pay you to do that shit. He gets mad about it.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, it's just Subway. But the fact that he reacts is so funny.
Or that joke where he's just like, all right, yeah, I went to go to the grocery store and just go to the self checkout. No one was there, so I walked out.
Yeah,
I
walked out.
Hey, sir, you can't walk out. It's like, what are you talking about? I went to the cash register. No one is there, so I walked. I did my job.
Just that idea of something like that is so fucking funny.
It's so funny, dude. But no,
because you can tell that some of that's not made. That's not for a bit. He probably thought like that. It's like, oh, that's dumb, but I should stop because I will do it if I don't think anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's kind of what everyone wants to do and talk about, but feels like it's too dumb to discuss. Like kind of that feeling.
Well, that's why he's a genius.
Yeah.
But like listening to him talking about like his kid, because everyone's been saying it's like, oh, you're gonna get married, you're gonna have a kid, and you're not gonna be funny anymore. And he's talking about like, man, I have no material on my kid and on marriage because my kid and my marriage is awesome. Yeah. So when people are like, oh, so it's not gonna be funny. No, he's just the same guy still because he doesn't have like now it's time to talk about kids. No, his kid's awesome. There's no reason to talk about it.
It's just the parts that made him happy are just in a different place and they're just in his family.
He's still an angry boy.
Yeah.
So he's just mad at other things now. And other things that still aren't related to kid or family.
Yeah. Because most of it wasn't really about that.
No, it never was.
It was just telling a funny situation of like, hey, I'm unmarried. I'm like 38.
Yeah.
And then he yells at a kid about not knowing how space is made.
Yeah. So good. All right, let's talk about something relevant.
Bill Burr is very relevant.
Well, I'm like for this goddamn podcast.
We talk about comedy all the time on here. What you talking about?
Right. It's nerdy enough, right? All right, let's talk about first. I want to get out Z1 or Z1 if you're not American. So there's a boy named Ben
Carson.
Ben Carson. No, Ben Down or Ben Slack or Ben other names.
Name everything you possibly can so people can find him.
Shut up. No. Quiet One, Two Down, Ben Portraits, Doves and Crows is something. Diplomat's a thing. Group 916. No, this would take Ben. Just Ben Down. That's another I remember. No, I'm done. There's more, but no. So he's been on this podcast twice. He's the guy with the deep voice that sounds real fun. He just released an album called Z1.
As of recording today, right?
As of recording today. As of recording today. When this comes out, it'll be out wherever. You can buy it physical at hurtrecords.com. Everyone go buy this album if you like Call of Duty Zombies or just good heavy music. Either one of those things or both of those things, get it. Because if you don't really care about the storyline, then it's still good music. And if you care about the storyline, you're like, oh, this is cool.
It's a cool tie-in.
It's a cool tie-in. I can't even say it's about Call of Duty Zombies because it's so much more than that now. So what happened was he released Zombies 1 like 7 years ago, and which is like his most selling thing. It's sold like 100,000
We didn't even know each other when he did that, did we? Did we know each other?
Possibly. I don't care.
I forget how long we've known each other, honestly. Because
I have no idea.
Because we've known each other for a long time now.
Well,
not our lifetimes, but a good while.
Your sophomore year. What's that?
Like
exactly
4 or 5 years ago.
All right. Well, there you go. Yeah. So before then.
Yeah, but still, that's a long time. That's a long time.
It's been almost a decade since I followed this man. Yeah. Like honestly, but this is a complete remake, re-recording, reimagining of the Zombies albums, and so this is the first one. There's going to be 4.
and it's so good. I've been listening through it. I'm not done, but it's heavy. And if you can, go to her records and get the studio quality wave files, because if you have any type of decent sound listening equipment, you do yourself a favor, download the studio quality waves on Hurt Records and just go. It's a good time, I promise.
It's the same price for the different files, right? The better
it's
files?
all the same price.
Yeah. So if you can't play it,
yeah, exactly. If you can play,
you might as well just pick those files.
Yeah.
Make sure you have a media player that can actually play FLAC.
Just get the physical. Just get the CD, and then you can.
Lewis, people don't use CDs.
A lot of people use CDs.
Not for buying music.
You'd be surprised.
Hardcore people who know who Ben is will.
Fair enough.
People who have never heard of him till this very moment.
Or you can buy it on iTunes.
Yeah. So give that to people because people like their environments.
Yeah, it's called Ben. It's called Z.
Is it on Spotify?
It will be in a. Well, okay, I believe it's.
That's
there.
Also a factor for people.
Okay, so it's there now apparently for some people. Like I was on the Hurt Records street team or whatever, and everyone's talking. Like some people have it. I on my Spotify it's not there. It says the album, but it has no listing of songs. Yeah. So it's not working for me quite yet. But it did just get up.
So I'm saying that's just so that people can hear it before they buy it.
Yeah, actually, you can go to SoundCloud. I think it's just Bend Down. If you just
it's on SoundCloud already.
The previews. You can listen to like the 30-second previews of every song.
If you like it.
Yeah, exactly. If you like super super heavy, I can't call it metal.
No.
It's just heavy music. Yeah. Like. I think that's the best.
We could just call it maybe just heavy rock and leave it at that. Because if we try to dig into what it truly is, because when we talked to him, even he couldn't describe.
Yeah, exactly.
Because genres more and more don't mean anything because music is getting too expansive.
Yeah, it totally.
So they don't,
especially in the rock world.
So we'll just say it is a type of heavy rock and leave it at that.
Yeah,
it's a little bit different than, I don't know what you hear for rock on the radio. I guess the best way to describe it, but that's kind of all we can really tell you.
Yeah, it's like a I can't even think of a band to relate to it. So.
I don't know. It's like psychedelic metal stuff. I don't know.
Heavy guitars, awesome drums. There's an accordion in one of the songs. It's super rad.
If you have speakers, you will feel it in your feet to your head.
Yes,
it'll go through your body.
In your balls.
Yeah, in your balls. What if you don't got those?
Well, you'll grow them
in your boobas.
In your all of the
your breasticles.
All the anatomies. All of them.
What about your weenuses? Remember the word weenus?
I remember
comedy?
Remember middle school?
Remember South Park was funny?
Remember the
5th of November? Remember Pepperidge Farms?
Wake Me Up When September Ends?
I make fun of that song and I feel bad. The more people tell me to not make fun of that song.
Okay, Green Day's not good. So it's
because why it was written, but I think that song's hilariously corny.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sorry, but I'm not
everybody,
sorry.
But Green Day's bad.
They've always been bad. I'm not sorry for that.
I'm sorry to ruin your childhood, but Green Day's was never good.
No.
Dookie was okay.
Blink-182 was always better.
I don't even like Blink-182 either.
Even their early stuff.
I'll admit Blink-182 as a band, just from a purely objective standpoint, is a better band than Green Day.
Yeah, because they were always kind of in the same listening group, and I'm like, Blink-182 has always been better. Even when I was a kid who didn't like either that much.
I don't like punk at all, except for like.
Yeah, you don't like punk at all, but that's not even punk. Well, I'm not even gonna get into that shit.
I like Bad Religion.
We'll be here for like 3 hours if we get into the what is punk or what is not argument.
Yeah, exactly. Because I like Bad Religion, but I can't even call them punk.
Because Lewis, you listen to a genre called metal. How many times when somebody says, "Hey, that's not blank metal,"
that's not heavy metal.
It's the dumbest fucking argument.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't warrant people's time.
Yeah,
what is metal or what is punk.
I used to be that guy. I still do that sometimes, but
I only say that for like them for Blink-182 because that is a different type of punk. It is pop punk.
I do that to like the bands that I wear on my battle jacket, just because it's like, I listen to
Sabbath,
or it's like
Metallica.
Everything on my battle jacket, I'm
trying to remember what I actually can't remember everything on your jacket at this moment.
I can't either.
Also, I didn't know till right now you called it your battle jacket, you nerd.
That's what it's called.
No, it's cool, but it's nerdy.
Go to You're too close to the mic, by the way. Go to reddit.com/r/battle jackets and you'll see rad battle jackets. That's an actual subreddit I follow. All right, so there are 2 Metallica patches. There is.
In case you didn't know he liked Metallica, it's also on the back.
Yeah, there's like there's one Metallica patch like thing on the front and then one huge thing on the back, and then a Linkin Park patch, a Avenged Sevenfold.
Rush isn't metal.
Megadeth.
Billy.
I know Megadeth.
I'm just kidding.
A Mega Man E-Tank.
Ben's pin. I see.
No Ben stuff. 3 Coheed and Cambria things. So I have a Good Apollo and Burning Star 4 pin, Amory Wars, and then the fence symbol from Coheed and Cambria. I have Rush and Red Zeppelin. I have
Red Zeppelin.
I have a
Led Zeppelin. People don't know who that band is. Because some people might not know who Led Zeppelin is.
The first ever heavy metal band, actually.
Are they really? Like under name or by studying history?
History, because I believe it was a magazine, like a music critic magazine or whatever, that reviewed them, and then they called them heavy metal. And it was the first time that word has ever been
What's the
used.
Led Zeppelin? I'm trying to remember. There's that one really cool cover. It's the only album I listened to from them because I thought the cover was so
I know what
cool.
you're talking about.
I think it's the one with like the cool eagle on it.
I know exactly which song it's about.
Because that album is the coolest looking shit, just from the outside looking in.
Yeah. I have a facehugger pin for Alien, and then I have...
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Never seen it before. Show me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, now I see. Yeah. Is that new or have you always?
No, I got it when I went to go see Alien Covenant. They gave it to us for free.
Oh, so okay, that's why I haven't seen it. Like, because I haven't seen you in that. I haven't seen you outside. In the jacket.
Yeah, you haven't seen me outside in a very long time.
Because it's been summer, and summer sucks where we live. Yeah. Just in general in the state.
I just don't like going outside.
Same, but it's even worse for us.
And then probably my favorite thing on this jacket is a SourceFed pin. There was like 100 of them.
Really?
After SourceFed got canceled, and they had 100 left, so they were just like, "Hey, buy these if you want."
How much were they? Just
$8. Yeah,
so worth it for people who cared.
Because SourceFed's kind of dead, and to have one of the last pins for SourceFed forever it means a lot to me.
Because it also means at the same time, I bet you some of the people who were leaving took some of them with them.
Yeah. Oh no, there were more than 100 out there. Yeah. So there you go. That's the stuff I have on my battle jacket. If you care. Okay, let's talk about something related to. Oh yeah, so Z1, go get it. All right, Nintendo Switch. Hey, listen, I got those.
Yeah, I didn't think I was gonna get one.
Neither did I.
And I was like, I want one.
I'm gonna get. Was it because I got one, or you just?
No, it was just like, well,
because you saw I got one, and then you got one.
No, it was literally just me thinking of it. Like I've been thinking about like the past maybe month or two, where I'm going, well, the price of just.
All right, fixed it.
We back?
Yeah.
Black?
All right. So the price of buying the base console.
Yeah. I look at the base price of the console with like no bundle and stuff. I'm like, you know what? That's not too bad. I have some leftover money from like birthday gift stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I have a game I can just trade in to pay for most of the only game I really wanted for it right now.
What did you trade in?
Injustice 2.
Fair enough.
Mainly because I kind of was not enjoying playing a lot of the roster.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't feel like waiting and having to pay for other characters to be coming down the line. I might just pick it up again when the game, like the whole roster is out, just looking at it again. But it's like the roster that was there, the people that I wanted to play either were too difficult for me because I'm still new to fighting games in general and like NetherRealm style of fighting game, or were terrible. Like Blue Beetle, I love playing Blue Beetle. He does crap for damage, and playing him in a way that helps you win is way too complicated for my little baby brain. Scarecrow doing his motions on a controller hurt my thumb.
Okay.
And were just not fun to do. And everyone else just like, they're too complicated or they're just not interesting to me.
Mm-hmm.
So like maybe I'll wait when the roster's done and I'll go check on it later. But for now, I'm just like, you know what? I'll trade this in
for
Splatoon 2.
Yeah, so that's the game you've been playing. I've been playing on your Switch. So I've been playing Sonic Mania, Zelda, and Mario Kart
8 Deluxe Edition.
Yeah.
Which one have you been playing the most outside of Sonic Mania? So we'll get to Sonic Mania.
Sonic Mania has its own section.
Yeah. So what have you been playing more out of those two?
Well, Zelda, because like that was the first. I bought Zelda. I held Zelda before I held my Switch.
Like, because you got it the day before.
Yeah, because it was free one day on Amazon, and then my Switch came the next day.
Now, before we get into Zelda, because I played a couple of hours in it on a friend's Switch a couple months ago.
Mm-hmm.
I have to ask you, I actually don't know.
Mm-hmm.
What is your history with Legend of Zelda series?
Oh,
I actually don't know.
Yeah.
We talked about Zelda briefly like just in the past, but I actually don't know what is your history with the series.
I've never played it on a console. I've only played it on emulators.
Oh, but which ones have you played?
Oh, okay. I played I don't know the order of what I played these in.
And then just list off the ones that you remember.
Minish Caps, probably I played the most.
I should probably play that one sometime.
I so wonder. I feel like it's like the most underrated.
People
Zelda
who played it love it and then convince people.
Exactly.
Same with the Oracle games, which I still have not touched.
Yeah. Link to the Past I played.
Mm-hmm.
Ocarina of Time I didn't play that much.
The old one, the GameCube one, or the remastered 3DS one?
The original one. Remember, these are on emulators, so original one.
Well, I wonder if like you play the GameCube version on emulator or something.
Oh, no. This is like...
Because Dolphin's been a thing for a couple years.
Yeah,
so
exactly. Yeah, no. It was just an original one. I didn't play it that much. I didn't like it.
You're on my side. Yeah. I beat it, but I just didn't enjoy it as much as I thought I would.
Majora's Mask. I played a lot.
Did you beat it?
No.
How far did you get?
I don't remember. It's been years.
Did you beat a temple?
Probably.
Did you beat a boss or two?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I played the game.
Okay, but how many of you? Like, which ones have you beaten? Because I'm just gonna.
Yeah. This is sounds happening outside this room. I don't know if it got picked up.
I just want to. Well, I'm just trying to say. I assume by the ones you've beaten are the ones you've probably enjoyed enough to beat.
Yeah.
So which ones did you actually complete?
Link to the Past.
Not 100%. I mean, just you finished it.
Link to the Past and Minish Cap.
Okay.
So probably because those I could play on my phone.
So you enjoyed the top-down ones.
Yeah, I did, but remember, I could play them on my phone. I might have beaten Majora's Mask if I didn't play it on a laptop that didn't work.
So have you been interested in any other Zelda games besides that, like the other console ones?
I never played them.
But you never looked at I want to look at other Zelda games, or
I've always been okay. So I've never owned a Nintendo console outside of Game Boys.
Yeah.
So
you've always been
you've
actually been a portable gamer for most of your life.
Yeah, I've had
other than like a PS2, you've been portable and the 360, which you got that pretty late actually.
I did.
You've been mainly a portable.
I got the 360 for Black Ops 1.
You've been a portable and like phone gamer for most of your life.
Yep. Game Boy Color. I had a Game Boy Advance SP, a PSP,
and then pretty much you earned the first Android for. Yeah, as long as I've known you.
Droid X. Yeah, well, yeah.
Because you haven't played those games that you can't even get on Android anymore.
No, yeah, I played
the Black Ops Zombies that doesn't exist anymore.
No, it's there. You can still get it on the Play Store.
Or I'm thinking of the Dead Space one that you can't get anymore.
Yeah, that one.
That's
that one. So there are games though that
you have. That you were playing. I'm playing it right now. It's not on the App Store anymore. I'm like,
like Modern Combat 2.
Yeah.
Now they're on 6, which I pre-ordered by the way. Mm-hmm. Which yes, I pre-registered for a phone game. It's free, so it was just a pre-register. But yeah, I've played mostly mobile stuff, but PS2. I probably spent the most hours. I don't know. I probably spent more hours on portable than I did on console.
Mm-hmm.
But PS2, I actually played a lot of PC as a kid too.
Yeah.
Not crazy games or anything. Just I played
just whatever was on a PC.
Emulators and weird like CD-ROM games and Sims games. You know what I mean?
Just like those games that came out of your cereal box.
Yeah, like stuff like that. That were
which
like,
I miss those days.
A video game at Walmart. It's like, okay, you can only get a game for $5. Like, okay,
Tycoon 2.
Yeah, exactly.
That game is a classic.
Yeah, yeah. It's like stuff like that I played.
But going back to Zelda.
Yeah, going back to Zelda. You never really
played like a full 3D Zelda game since like maybe the old N64 ones.
Yeah,
and they've come a long way over.
Yeah,
actually, I'm gonna say since maybe Majora's, the open worlds haven't gotten more complicated. Overall, they've just changed certain mechanics. The overall design of like how they do overworlds and how you get to places, other than Wind Waker, they kind of haven't radically changed game to game.
Wind Waker is a game that I never played, but I always wanted to because I remember as a kid looking at that game thinking it was freaking beautiful.
Like Wind Waker and Twilight do the weirdest things with the like the base Zelda gameplay, I think.
Okay.
In terms of but it's kind of all related back to the time mechanic of Ocarina.
Yeah.
They haven't really done a lot new with Zelda other than setting in a while. And like Skyward Sword did the motion control shit, which I know some people don't mind that, or besides the motion control stuff, I just have design problems with that game in general.
I think
because it has the opposite problem.
I think on Game Grump's second channel, Grump Out, Barry has a video talking about some of the problems of the aesthetics of.
Oh, it has
that one.
It has some like aesthetic problems, but I mean,
I remember him talking about the poopy clouds.
Yeah, like the cloud design.
Have you watched that video?
No, but
I'm
thinking which is how I've read. I've talked about that game for years. And, like my own observations with it. It just has mainly my big problem with it. Even if it's not just design wise, it's the gameplay of it. It does everything wrong.
End of sentence.
That Breath of the Wild fixes and is what people are praising it for.
Okay. I see what you mean.
Everything that was in that game that I didn't enjoy is in Breath of the Wild now, and that's the strongest parts of that game.
Yeah,
I am surprised.
It's really weird playing Breath of the Wild knowing that this is I can play it in my hand knowing like I know the history of this has come so far.
It's taken a long time to get to this point.
Yeah, and I'm playing something that feels so polished. I feel like I'm not worthy. You know what I mean? It's one of those things where it's like I can feel the struggle. I can see it in the game that there are generations of people who struggled with the series, loving and hating it, wanting it to be good and loving things and
just different
things.
People internally doing different design decisions because it's kind of hard to make a Zelda game.
Yeah, and you can see all of it in Breath of the Wild of just like, all right, fine, we've heard everything. Let's
give this one big shot.
Yeah. Let's polish out all the bad stuff, give you all the good stuff, and then have fun.
Yeah.
And playing it.
How do you? Yeah, someone who's played. I played more Zelda. I think I've done more Zelda stuff in the past.
You probably did.
Someone who's you're still like you're more of a casual, not Well, you're a casual Zelda fan, but that doesn't mean you don't.
I'm a casual Zelda fan for sure. I'm a fan of Zelda, but
it's
I'm
not
a
a
casual.
derogatory term in any terms of. But
no, just
you come from more other types of games.
Yes,
because you don't really play a lot of open world games or.
I mostly platformers.
Yeah, platformers,
3D platformers,
3D
shooters,
and shooters, platformer shooters, and like the occasional puzzle game.
Yeah, totally.
So, from your perspective, how does it feel? Because you played past the first starting area, right?
Oh no, I'm very far in. I'm on the first Divine Beast. If anyone knows what that is.
How did it feel when you first left the tutorial area?
Oh,
because for me, that is like one of the best things I've experienced in a game.
Of just like go, have fun.
Ever. That feeling of okay, we kind of gave you a tutorial that's kind of you can even do the tutorial your own way.
Mm-hmm.
It's like okay, we'll tell you where to go for the main story, but other than that, you can just kind of go.
Well, okay, Okay,
and a Nintendo game and more or less a Zelda game doing that was very, very strange to get used to.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna go here. So yeah. This game has been really weird for me. It reminds me a lot of. It fixes a lot of problems that I have with open world games in general. I love open world games, but every single one I play, I get bored of.
And what? And do you think it's like a similar problem, or what?
No.
Like, what's your problem with open world? Like, what gets you bored?
Like Skyrim's a perfect example of what I get bored. Where so there's a main objective.
Yeah.
All right, but all the side stuff isn't interesting. So you just kind of go through the main objective, finish it in 2.5 hours, and then
never touch
it.
Yeah.
And then it's like, all right, now go explore, and it's like,
I don't really want
cool.
to.
I can explore, but there's nothing to explore. I don't gain anything from this. I already
or then that interests you at all.
The world is weird. Skyrim had that problem of just
it didn't suck
me.
Yeah, it didn't suck you in.
It didn't at all. Fallout, that happens to me in Fallout. Less so with like
which Fallout games have you played, by the way?
3, New Vegas, and 4. So the important ones.
Yeah. It's blasphemy. It's so mean to say.
I know it's mean to say, but you know it's true.
It's the ones that people know. I'm not gonna say they're the important ones.
Well, important in the set for gaming. Like in the sense,
unfortunately, Fallout 3 is a big step in gaming, and that sucks because that's why Fallout. Like you're talking about open world games.
I don't like 3.
I gave Fallout 4 another shot. I didn't talk about the podcast. I bought it again.
Oh,
we'll
talk about that then. We'll talk about that later.
Really quick because we're talking about open world. And
okay, sure.
I bought it for like $20 is like the base game is so cheap.
And
that's the Game of the Year edition, and everyone laughed because everyone said no one called it Game of the Year.
Yeah,
I don't know anyone who did.
I did.
Any review outlet who did.
I feel like I've heard
because I saw other games getting Game of the Year stuff.
Okay, anyways,
but I gave it another shot, and I was like, you know what? Let's try to shut off my critique of like the horrible dialogue system.
Yeah,
and the writing isn't super weak all the time. Some of it's okay. Some of it makes me laugh. Some of it's interesting. I'm like, let's just go look for the positive. Let's go like turn off my criticisms of like what this game is not, and try to enjoy it for what it is. And some parts of it, I kind of got why it makes them go back because leveling up in that game is kind of fun.
Yeah,
because of the way they changed how perks work, where like in a weird way by dumbing down the RPG stuff, they make you commit more to making a type of build, which is kind of unique in a way. Like they make you commit to a certain type of build because of the way they give you strength points and your special points are really limited and that kind of stuff. But these side things, like the environmental design, is fantastic.
Okay.
Like the place that you can see with your eyeballs are really interesting.
Yeah, for sure. But
which is Bethesda's biggest thing. Like they do really good environmental design. That's a strength with the Elder Scrolls games and some of the writing for the side quests are okay. But a lot of them that I kind of liked, they felt like almost they were underwritten.
Okay.
Where it's like, oh, you have something kind of like a little cool side story going on here.
We're not talking about Fallout 4 right now. I mean,
where's the rest of it?
Okay.
I don't know. And that kept happening over and over. And I put like at least 30 hours in that game.
Okay.
And it's like all the side stuff I tried to like, because Fallout's a big game, so I try to get invested in side stuff as well. And all of it was just kind of like either bad or just unfulfilling.
Okay.
And that's kind of where I stop with that game because I have the same thing with you do where it's like the allure of it is open world is not enough anymore.
No. Okay.
Just here's like little side shit to do is not fun anymore.
Okay. I'm going to cut you off. So.
Yeah, I'm done with my point.
Yeah. So a good example. Okay, so here the things I liked about Fallout and the things. So New Vegas has, to me, it feels bad. Like the gameplay doesn't feel good. It's clunky and
it's not great.
It's not great, but the story in the world is interesting.
Yeah.
Fallout 4 feels good, right?
Yeah,
like I like shooting things.
Yeah,
but
like
the world and the story is super boring, to me. So that's why those two, like that's like the Fallout games I end up playing them for like 20 hours and then I get bored.
Yeah, you have your own personal.
Every single time I play like a Fallout or Bethesda games in general, that always happens to me. So open world games I like, but like you said, like it's not enough to just be go have fun, because it's like, okay, go have fun, but where?
Like, it's impressive that the Elder Scrolls games can put, Bethesda and those kind of games can put so much in their worlds.
Yeah, no, I'm impressed, but
at a certain point,
it's the No Man's Sky problem. It's like, that's cool, but what do I do?
Yeah, why does an ocean
but
deep
why
as a
should
puddle?
I play this?
Yeah. Like,
so
Fallout and Elder Scrolls are as deep as like a pothole filled with water, but not much more than a puddle sometimes.
Yeah. Here's how I look at Breath of the Wild. It's if Mega Man X was an open world Zelda game. I know you might be confused.
No, elaborate on that.
All right.
I'm thinking my gears are spinning, but I'm kind of having
Mega
trouble
Man
getting...
X is one of the most perfect video games because the tutorial level, for example,
it's just a stage.
It's a stage in a way that tells you, all right, this is what the game's about. This is the thing. Here's your goal, and we're not going to hold your hand, but we're going to kind of show you as you play the game. You can play it however you want. You can play it whatever order you want, but if you do it in a certain way, you'll get better. Or if you do it in this way, this will happen. You know what I mean? But it's not going to tell you that. You learn it from playing, and the allure is play our game and have fun.
Yeah.
Because here are the things to do to have fun, right? It feels good.
Yeah.
Right. It fixes a lot of problems that video games today have, where cool, it looks good, or it feels good, or it has a good story, but it's never all those things.
Yeah.
Breath of the Wild to me is like that. It has that story, right? Like he's like, all right, go here. It tells you to go here, but then you turn left or right or whatever, and you see a shrine, and you're like, what is that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to that thing, and then there's a puzzle, and you're like, holy crap, this is really cool.
Get sidetracked with something.
Yeah, and then you get sidetracked, and it's like, here's a character that, all right, what's your quest? I'm missing all my chickens. Go find the chickens, and they're like, you know what? I'm gonna go find these chickens, because that doesn't seem that hard. That'll take me, it's like 3-5 minutes. I could do that, right? It's one of those things, and maybe I'll get like 50 rupees out of it, but who cares? It's silly and fun. It's
charmed you.
It's charmed me, and then in between doing these things, the combat, which doesn't intrude on you too much, which is a problem I have. The problem, I don't know.
Just say it. Say it feels bad to fight in Elder Scrolls games.
Yeah, there you go. It
feels shitty.
In Bethesda games, the problem with when you encounter an enemy,
I have to fight an enemy.
Yeah, it's never like, oh, cool, an enemy. When I see an enemy in Breath of the Wild, I'm just like, you know what? I might get something out of this. I might get a cool sword that I'll never see anywhere else, or
you won't see for a long time.
Or I won't see it for a long time. Or it's like, oh man, I want a spear, or oh, I need an axe because I want to chop down some trees, or I need a sledgehammer because I want to like knock a boulder down.
It feels like you'll get something. I need
some arrows or whatever it is. Yeah. You see an enemy, it's like, I need something from you, so let me fight you. I'll gain something from you, even if it's just a couple of rupees or an arrow or a sword or something small. I'll get something for sure, and it feels good. The combat feels good. The world is interesting. The story is very interesting.
Like, how many hours have you put into it?
I have no idea. Like I said,
You can see like on your profile.
I know okay, well,
it's possible at some point.
I'm sure there's a way. I know I'm currently inside of doing the first divine beast.
Yeah.
If anyone knows what that is, if you play the game, you know what that is, and you know where I'm at.
Yeah.
So that's not that long, but I'm playing the game for sure. I've only had my Switch for a week, and I'm playing other things too. So that's my Breath of the Wild experience. I think I think it has the potential to be, like I said, like it feels like a Mega Man X with an open world Zelda game. It just does all the things correctly a video game should do if it's open world.
Yeah.
I think it's probably my favorite open world game.
Yeah. My hope for this game is that because it did so well, is that it makes people rethink how to do open worlds.
Yep.
But I don't want more Zelda Breath of the Wilds from
for sure.
other companies, because I don't.
Well, I
don't want the issue of, hey, we made Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
Let's everyone just copy
everyone
Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
Because even if you change the setting of like an open worlds,
it's still open worlds.
You could emulate this stuff again.
Yeah.
But that's not
it won't
really
work.
Doing anything interesting.
No.
Because the reason it's not perfect, everything they do.
No.
But everything new that they try and that they do manage to get right feels great right now, because it's never been done like this in this space.
No. And
that's why, like, I like the combat in this game, but the more I played it, it's inconsistent.
Well,
the cool thing where you do the slow-mo counter.
Yeah.
That range of when it works.
Yeah. It's
makes no sense.
Yeah, that's kind of frustrating.
I have been in backwards rolls, and I will see a sword go through my body,
and then it works. Yeah.
And that feels like they were trying their best and they just couldn't nail it.
Yeah.
Because Nintendo is not.
Well, here's the thing about this game, though.
I don't know.
All of those things that are wrong with it, to me,
like they're not ruining the game by any. But like I can see some of like the parts where they try to be different.
As someone who's never owned a Nintendo console,
yeah. Well, this is a great way to play a Nintendo console for the first time, like this game.
Yeah,
this landmark game.
But it reminds me of the days as a kid playing PS2 games where you're like, oh, this is stupid. Why is this happening? I keep running into a wall and then dying. Right? I'm not saying that happens in Zelda, but there are moments where you're like, I have 11 or 13 hearts or whatever. I got one-shotted from a freaking giant lizard boy. Yeah. How did that happen?
Yeah.
Right? Like, how did I get one-shotted? I have 11 hearts. You know? Like moments like that where you're just like,
it's frustrating.
It's frustrating, but it's the kind of frustrating that brings me back to as a kid playing the like platformers and stuff where it's like, oh, it's frustrating, but I want to keep going.
Yeah, this is why, even though I hate people who compare every goddamn game to the series, this is why Dark Souls and the Souls games have done so well.
Yeah, everyone keeps doing,
because that people calling Dark Souls Hard as Crash Bandicoot is like the funniest shit of the year.
That is really,
That shows how good gaming journalism has gotten.
Yeah.
But besides, like, that's kind of why games like the Souls series have done so, because people, it's not just you, a lot of people kind of miss being punished for making mistakes. And not all the time you're being punished for something that is fair, but a majority of the time they are trying to make it feel like, okay, you messed up. Well, like, so you died or you got hurt, but there could have been a way for you to avoid that as much as possible.
Well,
there's still cheap things that happen in the Souls series and even in Zelda, but they're trying to minimize that as much as possible.
Well, what's fun about the way I get annoyed, I'm not a good player of video games. Like, I mean, like if you call, like, I can play Mega Man, okay, right? And to some people, that's amazing. To
the people who don't put in the time, yeah,
because
Mega Man is just trial by error. And
exactly.
But it still takes some type of motor skill.
There are certain games,
especially the X games.
Yeah.
Because those are more technical, because you have to do more sliding and the wall jumping. And
I think the older ones are actually harder because you don't have all that stuff.
Yeah, but like the
platforming specifically in like 2 is hard.
It's hard because the controls are a little bit stiff.
It's stiff, and you have to time it.
I mean, the combat in X is more difficult because you can do more, so they give you more combat to do that is interesting.
Yeah, and you have to be more creative.
That's why the Sigma fights are interesting.
Yes, exactly.
Well, not all of them, but some of them are interesting.
Yeah. You have to be creative with them for sure. Actually, Mega Man X, the X games, like the bosses feel like Sonic bosses.
Yeah, they've reminded me of that even by design, like how they look sometimes.
Yeah, that's totally what they are. That's just what they.
Like Spark Mandrill feels like he has like a cut Sonic boss in like the new games, the Adventure series.
Yeah, like those Sigma bosses for sure feel like I'm fighting Eggman. Man. Like if Eggman popped out, I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I still never liked Sigma as a villain though.
No,
his design at least.
You know what? I thought he was cool.
It's
so simple.
It wears thin when he comes back every time. He looks almost the same every time.
I know what you mean though. He's
cool, but after like 7 games or whatever.
It's cool.
It's like Sigma's back by bullshit reason again, even though this game's supposed to be a little bit more serious.
Well, but it's cool, but it's the same way of like, yeah, but do you expect Eggman to change? You know what I mean? It's one of those things like, yeah, but it's Sigma.
It's just, I want them to do more different with him because they have the space to.
Yeah.
Because they do different things with X and all his buddies and the stories, they try to do something different with them. And then like, who is this villain? It's Sigma.
And then the Game Boy.
It's Sigma. It's just shut up.
Was the Game Boy one where you get to play as Zero because X becomes a villain?
Yeah, that was. What about Mega Man and Base?
Yeah,
like that kind of weird stuff,
6 or something like
just weird stuff like that. Just make Sigma playable. I don't know.
Sure. All right. So Breath of the Wild,
having a good time.
It feels like a PS2. If a PS2 game, I feel like these games I'm playing like make me feel like a kid again. Yeah. Which is like it's funny. Like it's Nintendo, obviously, right? But again, this is my first Nintendo console, so I never got that experience of Nintendo games. They were all from just PS2. But I could see, what I missed. Not that I regret it or anything, but it's more of just like I'm glad that this console is what it is.
And you can get that feeling again.
Yeah, dude. How many times have I been saying? I think every single podcast now. I miss video games.
Yeah, you miss that feeling that they give you.
And the Switch games have video games. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Yeah,
I never played Mario Kart.
It's Mario Kart, so you can keep it brief.
Yeah, I never played Mario Kart 8.
Which Mario Karts did you play?
I didn't. Like,
none? Not even.
Well, I'm sure I played
them at friends' houses.
I don't know which ones. Right?
Oh, okay.
You know, I didn't Nintendo. I
know. It's interesting. You can't even name like one.
Yeah, I can't. If you show me Super Smash Brothers, right? Like I couldn't tell you which one it was.
Wow, that's fascinating.
Yeah,
because they're so different. All of them are so different.
Yeah. But again, I only played this. I never owned a Nintendo console.
Yeah, people you were around didn't play.
None of my close friends really like had those.
Yeah.
Like, hey, all our friends come over and play Smash. Like that, I didn't do that.
Yeah.
If I did, I was sitting in a corner playing my PSP. So I just didn't care. You know.
Yeah.
So like playing Mario Kart.
See, how was it playing pretty much your first ever Mario Kart game?
Yeah.
Really.
It's cool. It's
Mario
hard.
Kart's kind of a weird one to jump into first.
I'm not good playing online.
It's Mario Kart. Don't feel too bad.
All right. I'm like playing by myself. Like I play like single player. I'm like, I can do 150. I can do that. And then I go online. It's like, I'm in like 8th.
Lewis, don't feel bad. I've watched people who played Nintendo since like they're like in their 30s play Mario Kart 8 now, and they're in like 12th place.
Yeah,
it's Mario Kart.
It's
Try
so
not
hard.
to take it that seriously.
All right. Yeah. Well, I'm not taking.
Even if you are pulling off drifts the best and you're doing the tight turns and.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Like, I haven't fell off once. Why am I in 12th place?
Yeah, don't get that down on it.
Well, it's okay. Interesting watching, like looking at Mario Kart. I think the graphics on a Switch in my
they're incredible.
So okay, with the Switch in general, I keep surprising myself looking at the game, like playing Mario Kart, playing Zelda. Of just like, I'm playing this in my hand.
Mm-hmm. You've been playing everything in your hand, pretty much, in handheld mode.
Mostly, like 90% of it. I play on the TV every once in a while.
I am the exact opposite because of the game I have.
Yeah, that's fun. Yeah, I played Mario Kart like on the big TV. I did the thing of just like I just bring my dock downstairs and let's play on the big TV. Like, hey, let's play Mario Kart. And we did, and it was fun, you know. And then bring it up here. Let's play Mario Kart up here. Just let's play it on the. You know what I mean? Like I'm doing the Switch thing. It's fun.
Are doing now. You have to do the final thing in the commercial and bring it to a party.
I need to put bring it to, or no, put it on a plane.
No.
That's
my favorite bit from that is when they are playing an NBA game on the Switch.
Yeah.
Well, there are people playing basketball outside.
Yeah.
People are playing basketball to play the Switch version. I'm like, that's so fucking funny. You have to do that now.
Yeah, I do.
Because I know how big of a fan of sports you are.
God, big old boy.
How do you feel about the current state of the MLB?
That's hockey, right?
Yeah, it's hockey.
I'm kidding.
Is Stephen Curry your favorite goalie?
Yes. I like the Blues or whatever.
The Blue Jays?
Yes.
Your favorite hockey team, the Blue Jays?
Yeah.
What's your favorite golf team, the Lakers?
Yes.
Just let me know what the Lakers are at the very least.
Yeah, no, I know.
You're from here.
I know the Lakers. I know. I like baseball. All right.
Do you know the Clippers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I know sport. I'm saying like
I'm asking if you know local sports teams at all.
I know local sports teams. Also, as like
Anaheim Ducks.
If I
quack quack.
Yes. Because of the movie. If I were to like, I like going to baseball games. I like playing or I played baseball as a kid. I like baseball.
Yeah.
I played soccer as a kid too, but I hated it. I would sit on the ground and play with the grass instead.
Play on your PSP.
Yes, for like 4 years. It was very embarrassing for 4 years.
You went in the future and got a PSP to play games.
No, dude, I got my PSP like day one. So
wait, you played soccer when the PSP was out?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, actually the PSP's that old, huh?
It came out in like 2004 or 3.
Yeah, it is that
3
old.
or 4 or something like that.
I got mine like a year after it came out.
Yeah, I got it literally like the first week. Same thing with the PS2. At PS2, I got like week 1.
Yeah,
it came with like Jak and Daxter and Gran Turismo 3.
Jak and Daxter spooked me because it was a launch game, and that's Fish spooked me.
Yep, that's fair enough.
I made me not play that game for like almost half a decade.
I don't blame you.
It scared me too bad.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, Mario Kart is very interesting. Looking at how the graphics.
It looks great on the Switch.
It looks.
on the Wii U. Excuse me. It looked great even on the Wii U.
Yeah, it looks really good on the Switch
because Nintendo can pull off some trickery with their graphics.
All right, now you talk about your Switch experience with your one game.
I've got a Switch, and I was like, all right, and I need a game.
Mm-hmm.
Well, first thing is like, yeah, Switches are kind of hard to find for people. That's why I know some people don't have one because they just can't find one in the wilds.
Yeah.
And ordering them online is still kind of tricky.
Just go breathe in the wilds.
So yeah,
then
you
Zelda
kind of
will
have
come into
to
your mouth.
right now still just get out of your home and go to a physical store, which not even as an insult to some people that they just can't or don't want to.
Yeah.
Because either living like, oh yeah, where's the nearest store that will sell a Switch for me? It's like 10 miles away.
Yeah.
And that kind of sucks. But I got lucky and the second store I visited had actually a good bit of them still in stock.
Cool.
I was like, all right, I need to buy a game for my Switch. Because I actually need to buy a game. Because the Switch did not have any pack-ins. So I was like, you know what? I wanted Splatoon 2 for a long time. 5 minutes later, I walked out of the store with Splatoon 2 and I went, hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I played Splatoon 2 and I'm having a gay old time.
How long have you been playing Splatoon 2? Like how many?
Probably total hours since I got it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like 8 to 10.
Okay.
Which is a decent amount of time.
Yeah. I wish I could say how long I've played games. I just don't know. I just play them.
I'm guessing, but it's probably a little bit more.
Yeah. I can't even do a guess. I'll be honest.
You can go in your profile. There's a place on all the Nintendo consoles where you can just check your play hours, which is
all right.
Which is cool and also sad.
Yeah.
Because a friend of mine who I added on Splatoon, like a random guy, he had like 250 hours plus on Zelda. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit. I was like, okay, whatever. Video games are cool.
Yeah.
But that is just some more Splatoon. If you liked the first one, it's more of that. It is nice seeing this game just with better lighting, better textures. Because
is it 60 FPS?
Huh?
Is it 60 FPS?
Yeah, solid 60.
Nice.
Even the Splatoon 1 ran solid. I think it ran at like 30.
Okay.
But even there was like some points where I would get killed and it would like skip frames.
It wasn't like locked.
No, but it would like I'd get killed really like in a way where it would cause the game to stutter and like, oh, that's a bit weird. Like it was just kind of a couple places, but it runs great. Never had no performance issues. It's cool seeing like some of the old, because not all the old maps are back in, which I hope they add in all of them over time, because some old maps I really want back in this one. But it's cool seeing like, oh, they just put in like straight up just an asphalt texture where you can just see the asphalt texture in like full HD and it looks so much nicer. Like it looks like a different map in some cases.
That's cool.
Like the lighting is better and it's cool seeing some of that stuff come back. I'm a big fan of how for the boy and girl squids you can change their hairstyles and their bottoms. Not a ton, but you can customize it a bit more this time. I like how nobody told me, no sarcasm, that there is a rhythm game in Splatoon 2 in the lobby area where it's just you walk up to like a little jukebox thing and you can play like a basic rhythm game to the soundtrack of Splatoon. And that was a very, very fun surprise for me. I'm like, oh, hello, I found you. And I had like a half hour just messing around with that shit. And I'm very happy with. The single player, I haven't done a ton of it. I'm going to get to it. I'll talk about it more because people don't talk about the single player for Splatoon 1. It's actually pretty good.
Oh, I don't even know what kind of gameplay would that be.
It's linear levels, but they play a lot with the fact that you have essentially gel that you can put on textures that you can jump onto.
So it's Portal.
They play kind of like
it's
the Portal gels.
Only the gel. It's Portal, like, but only the gel.
But a single gel, but the gel can activate items that do weird things with it as well.
That's cool.
They have the mechanics that are unfortunately only for the single player.
Okay.
Like some things that you can do in that are only single player, and that kind of sucks because there's cool map ideas that you could do with them.
Yeah.
It's fun. The story's really charming. I've gotten a bit into the second one. I'm not done with it. I gotta find out the mystery of what happened to Marie because I still don't. I know.
So there's like a story here.
Yeah, Splatoon 1 and 2 had stories.
That's interesting. I did not. When I look at Splatoon, I just thought it was this multiplayer.
Hell,
like an Overwatch situation.
There's like an actual lore to Splatoon. Like the second one they give you, it's more like character backstory stuff.
Okay.
But in the first game, you find the deep sea scrolls.
Okay.
Which is a funny. They're like just like basic intel that you find in levels. Like they're hidden little Easter eggs.
Okay.
And they give you like. Hieroglyphics for Egyptians? It's that, but for like the history of the world.
Okay.
And they explain the history of like the war between squids and octolings, and they even explain how squids came to be.
That's so weird.
Which, quick thing of how it happened, at some point humans died and the world flooded.
Wow.
And then creatures evolved into the Inklings.
Wow. This is so weird.
Yeah, like this is technically a post-apocalyptic game.
That's so cool.
Like humans don't exist anymore, but squidlings and inklings and these other types of creatures exist because they evolved out of the ocean.
Whoa.
But they have like modern Japanese youth culture. I don't know. I don't get it, but it's fun.
All right.
People need to stop shitting on Pearl. She's not that bad. Leave her alone. I dig how because in the first game it was the two characters, Callie and Marie, would like they were like pop idol stars and they would just tell you, okay, here are the maps for this session or whatever. But they changed it a little bit where it's instead the two characters that are the performers in this game, Callie and Pearl and Marina, are Pearl is the MC and Marina is the DJ, which is kind of a fun twist because whenever they change the level, she's like a quick little DJ scratch to the rhythm, which is kind of a nice little touch.
Cool.
But the one thing that I do kind of want to talk about, which I thought I would hate more, they added in a whole new game mode that is separate from competitive game. It's a co-op mode they added called Salmon Run.
Okay.
Where it is a horde mode.
I've heard about this.
It's really chaotic. It's harder than I thought it would be, honestly. And it's pretty fun when you have a good team and they know what they're doing. But it's a fun little mode. But the caveat, which I think since I started playing it, they've changed a bit of it. It is on a timed rotation. Where it'll be, okay, on this day, from this time to this time, you can play Salmon Run. But after that, it is closed.
That's weird.
Until the next time. And I get the reason why, I assume it's the reason why, it is to keep population numbers up for it. Right, like high when you want to play it, because it is a co-op mode. So
okay, yeah.
So if you can't fill out because it's four people.
Yeah. So if you can't fill 4 people, you don't play.
Yeah, and that game has connective problems as is. So it's like they probably wonder what the problem's like. Okay, we threw 2 people into this mode that is meant for 4.
Yeah,
that you can't really beat.
It's kind of like it's kind of like Mario Kart kind of does the same thing where you have.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, you have like online. Well, It's optional though, so you can do like I can't remember what they're called. It's kind of like cups. I don't think that's what they're called though. But you can do like certain or like regional things. I can't. Man, I'm
like their events basically.
Yeah, event. There you go. Event. That's the word. Yeah, you can do events, but you can make an event, but they're in a certain window of time.
But what do those do instead? Like, what do they give you? Or
I don't know.
It's like a fun thing.
I haven't done one yet. I just know that they exist.
Okay. Because I thought I would hate that more, but really the time they give you, because you can look at the schedule, like you can check in game when it's going to be for you, because regional times are weird for everybody. But you just go in the menu when you're in the main lobby, and it'll tell you, and it'll be like, okay, from this day until 5 p.m. until tomorrow at 5 p.m. it's open. It's like the window is pretty big.
Yeah.
And most days of the week it is open.
Okay.
It's just like we'll maybe skip a day or two, but like it's not as bad as I thought it would be. And I think there could have been possibly a better way to do. I think maybe it might have been worse before I played it. Like I might have changed the system, but it doesn't seem like that intrusive. It's like I want to play this mode, I can't because I know that feels shitty. It's okay. I want to play with my friends right now because we're all home. It's not open right now, and that problem is kind of it sucks, but I don't mind it.
Okay, it makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah.
So how's your experience with the Nintendo Switch itself?
My fingers hurt because I played too long on a controller I'm not used to.
Yeah, okay.
The insides of both my index fingers and my my pinkies on both hands hurt a little bit for like 2-3 days.
How's your do you like the grip? Do you play
I've always been fine with the grip.
Do you like playing it separately or no?
No, hell no. Okay. For this game, I don't even know. I don't think you could. Okay. It is a shooter. It is not a precision shooter for the most part, but it is a shooter, platformer kind of game. Yeah. So I haven't even tried playing any game with just them separate because I don't like how they're too small to play with them separately.
I'm actually surprised. I like them. I like them separate.
They feel like Kit Kats in my hands.
I haven't found a way to play I don't like. I like handheld. I like the split, and I like the controller.
Handheld, I'll have to play another game to see how I feel on handheld. Yeah. Because Splatoon isn't really a game that you can play it because I played Splatoon 1 with the gyro to aim for up and down.
How are you doing it with this one?
It's the same. There's a gyro in the controllers anyways.
You're doing the gyro.
It's gyro controls by default.
Okay.
And you can play with gyro on handheld mode, but you have to move the whole console to do that.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's like you're pointing the screen away from you, and that's a little awkward.
Yeah.
And I'm not used to playing that game aiming with the other stick.
Also, the thing's so big.
It's a wide screen. I don't know.
Yeah.
So like
it was like Vita size maybe.
So I'm not going to count like that as like I don't like it portable.
It's just for this game it won't work.
Yeah, but I have to see how I like it for a different kind of game.
Yeah. All right. So you liking your Switch though?
I'm liking it. I just have to see.
You need more than one game.
Yeah. Let's go on to the last topic because you bought one more game for your Switch and I bought it for the PS4.
Yes, it's a little game that we've been here on the last episode podcast.
We've been advertising for, not getting paid for, unfortunately.
Nope.
We should have been.
It's all right.
And chili dogs.
It's all right. It's called Sonic Mania.
By the Mania, for the Mania. That's their slogan, and they were right.
It's one hell of a game.
Yeah.
I think it's my favorite Sonic game of all time.
Really?
I just beat it today.
All of them, or just the 2D side scrollers?
No, all of them.
All of them, really?
Yeah. It's I don't even say that. I don't think I hesitantly say this either. I think it's the problem with the old Sonic, right? Okay. You can only compare this game to classic Sonic. You only like when people keep making these connections, it's like, man, they finally gave us what we wanted. Like they stopped doing the 3D stuff. It's like they didn't stop. This is just an anomaly that we might never get. So
I think the stop is that they stopped ignoring people.
Sure.
Because that's what they were doing for a long time. They were just ignoring people.
Here's what this game is. The story takes place, I think, between 3 and 4. That's why it's not called Sonic 4. Called,
Also, something could be called Sonic 4, so it'd be...
Because Sonic 4 exists.
Yeah.
And it's a canonical Sonic 4 exists, which is not bad. It's just weird.
I don't like how it controls.
I understand it. It doesn't...
It's like stop and go movement. It feels awkward.
Yeah, it's very... It's clunky and kind of slow.
It's not what people thought this game would be.
Yeah. So, but the Sonic Mania, it
is just another Sonic game.
Well,
from Sonic 1 to 3.
I can't say it's just another Sonic game. What it feels like,
it
feels as if, all right, if we picked up after Sonic and Knuckles, technically this comes after Sonic and Knuckles.
Well, Sonic CD is also what this game's based off of.
Yeah.
So that era of Sonic as well.
Well, it's after that though. I think they said that they wanted this game to take place like after Sonic CD, but
I mean, in terms of level design, it is from all those games. Sonic 1, 2, 3, and CD.
Well, Sonic 1, 2, 3, Knuckles, and CD.
Yeah.
But
Knuckles are kind of thrown with 3.
Yeah. This game, it feels as if they never stopped. It's as if like, okay, we've made these whatever Sonic 1, 2, 3, Knuckles, CD, then Sonic Mania. Like it doesn't feel like there's been a gap because it feels like all the things that's good about the old ones, but taking away all the bad stuff.
Most of the bad stuff.
I mean, well,
most of it that you could within the design of original.
Yeah,
Sonic. Because I hate them I'm gonna call it a meme. The meme of Sonic was never good.
Okay.
Because you've seen that. I'm pretty sure you've been seeing that float around the past couple of years.
What?
Of people saying, you know what, Sonic 1 through 3 weren't even good games.
Oh yeah. Sonic wasn't even good. Yeah.
You come around, I'm like, no.
Those
they had design problems for sure.
No, but Sonic 2 is such a good video game. Sonic 2, I think out of the classics, is my favorite.
Sonic CD is my favorite.
Makes sense.
Which is why my favorite moment in this game made me like, you know what, this game's great.
Yeah.
It was when you beat an. I don't even want to say like what level it is.
Let's try to keep spoilers to a minimum. Although I'm going to spoil one thing and an extra. If you don't want to, if like just an extra thing you can unlock that Jesus doesn't even know. I don't want. I'll say it. We'll say it later. But I don't. Just if you don't even want to hear that, don't listen to that. Because honestly, this game is best. If you like the classic Sonic, this game is best playing in the dark and blind. Just
because this game has. I was like unsure if like I should look at some news.
Yeah.
This game has so much in it that hey, do you remember this thing from Sonic? Guess what? It's here for you because I know you remember it.
Yeah. Remember this character from Sonic Underground or you know what I mean? Like
there was a character. I'm like, wait, why would they get? I'm like, oh, now I know why they got them. They got it because this character was in this one version of Sonic.
Yeah.
From this one boss.
Yeah.
Because someone remembered and someone's like, you know what? Someone will like this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, holy shit, they put you in this?
There's so much love in this game.
For people who love Sonic.
For people who love Sonic and just love classic video games. Yeah. Because this game, it does that thing that old video games do where it's like, all right, this is going to be hard. And when you die, you're going to hate it.
Yeah.
Like when you die, like once you got to like the later zones, literally levels, you would go up to like, you would finish the specific stage at like 9 minutes. And if you guys don't know, like in Sonic, at 10 minutes, you die.
Yeah, that's a long time.
So 10 9 minutes for a level for stage 1 and then 9 minutes for stage 2. When you die at the boss of stage 2, that's another 20 minutes of games you have to do again.
Yeah.
And it's frustrating, but that's how the classic Sonic was.
Because you're meant to be better than that. Because that's obviously you're not meant to.
Yeah. Well,
if you're playing Sonic in the way that they're designing it to and you're good at it,
like
you're not even meant to get to 10 minutes. It's
exactly.
rare if you're playing it correctly.
This is my first time, so obviously I'm gonna like the more I play it, the faster and better I'll get it, hopefully. But yeah, I'm glad that they did they have a no save mode where you can play like the old classic where when you die you have to start the entire game over again.
Yeah, like
but the regular way to play the Mania mode is when you die, you just start the zone over again.
And you can play for the main mode. You play as Sonic and Knuckles. Yeah. Well, Sonic and Tails or Knuckles.
Yeah, Sonic and Tails or Knuckles.
And no, kind of a minor spoiler. For Knuckles, these stages are different.
Yeah,
a couple are different.
I believe the stages for Tails are also different.
Are they? I'm not sure, but I have heard for
I know
Knuckles,
for a fact
some of the stages are like entirely different.
Yeah, I know for a fact for Knuckles they're different.
So there is reason to play this game more than once.
Yes, there is reason to play this game 3 times because I believe every single way you play it, it's slightly different.
Because they got my favorite part about the Sonic levels that man, there was a lot to just go find.
Yeah,
these levels are big.
They're huge. It's kind of overwhelming.
Yeah, a little bit for like some of the original stages or some of the remix stages. I'm like, oh, that was not here. Oh, this mechanic's different. Oh, this is weird. This feels uncomfortable.
Because for the first couple, in a good way. For the first 2 stages, it's okay. Spoilers for the first 2 zones.
It's Green Hill Zone.
All right, the first zone is Green Hill Zone, and then the second
almost accurately a couple things changed.
The first stage I think is almost exactly the same with like just bigger, and then the second stage is like, whoa, this is not the same.
No,
and then
remix track and
and then
every
zone and then zone 2 is God, I can't think of the name, and I feel Sonic 2's second level. God, I can't think of the name. Everyone knows
Chemical Plant Zone.
Chemical Plant Zone.
I was like, come on, boy.
I know, right? I feel like a dumb.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. Chemical Plant Zone, which when you play, you're like, yeah, I remember this. I remember going.
For me, I was like, oh man, Chemical Plant Zone. I'm not a big fan of this.
I love Chemical Plant Zone, but I remember
compared to like what they could have picked. I'm like, I brought it a different stage, but then when we get to the remix part of it,
yeah, and then
that's when they change a lot more of the mechanics. I'm like, oh, this is really interesting.
Yeah,
which I'm not even gonna say what they are, but
there are mechanics in that are. It's like this could only be done if after, like this after
because the way it goes, it is for the stages that are old Sonic stages. I'm not gonna say how you.
It's about 75% old Sonic.
Most of it is old Sonic stuff, but it'll be like, okay, here's a stage from X Sonic game. Mm-hmm. Okay, the first stage, it'll be kind of like how you remember with some couple things changed or added in or taken away.
And then second stage,
the music will be completely remixed and it'll add in a new mechanic.
Yeah.
And that new mechanic is usually really interesting.
And then
it's usually what I look forward to the most.
Yeah, well, what I look forward to the most is the completely new stages. And
those are the best in the game.
4 of them.
Yeah. I'm not even gonna say the name of the stage because that might even hit to what the gimmick might be, but the ice level in this is my favorite of the original levels.
Yeah, I like
when you go. The second act looks amazing with sprites.
The desert one.
Okay, I don't like how that one starts.
Yeah, it's frustrating.
But the second act is amazing.
It's so weird and good
because it has my favorite fan Easter egg, and my favorite like dumb mechanic.
It's weird. Yeah,
But when I saw it, I was
dumb.
like, "Hey, you're here! Yeah. Hell yeah, you're here!"
It's so dumb but so good.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how a lot of this game is.
It's like that's dumb, but that's awesome. To the highest degree.
Yeah,
but not in a way that compromises the game.
No, and it helps the game actually. It's like, oh, that's stupid, but it actually helps.
It is on top of just being a fun game to play.
Yeah,
because it just feels good to play.
So, the bonus zone. Do you like the bonus zones to get the Chaos Emeralds?
I know. I'm fine with them. I'm just not great at them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm stuck at them.
There's too many. To get the unlockable secrets, there's too many to do to get those medals.
Okay, well, you're thinking of this.
But the secret level to get
the bonus stages.
The bonus ones to get
the Chaos Emeralds.
Those are fun. I think those are great.
Those are fun. I'm very bad.
I love how they look. I love how they play.
Yeah. Okay. I'm very bad. I wish I was better. I'm going to grind to get better at them because I want to get the perfect ending. And then for the special stages, the blue spheres, which is from Sonic 3.
Yeah,
Sonic 3. Which you instead of Chaos Emerald, and you can do it on every single checkpoint. It feels like there's like 7 checkpoints per level, which is crazy. So it feels like you're constantly doing them, which is not bad because I like the blue spheres.
I know people don't, but
I didn't like them in Sonic 3. But something about this one, I think those stages are built. There's 32 different ones. The way they're built they don't feel as retarded as the ones in Sonic 3. Like in Sonic 3, it'd be like, all right, like I go into the a thing, I jump, and I can't tell if I don't know what I'm going to hit, right? And this one, it's like you kind of know what's going to happen at all times. You as a human have to not mess up.
They're more like reliably, like consistently designed.
Yes, and it's cool because sometimes you start and it looks like, oh my god, this is going to be really hard, and then you go like, oh, this is super easy, or the other way around.
Once you understand it.
Yeah, once you understand it, I think I've gotten pretty good at them. I have. I think 12 medals.
I think I have like 8 or 9.
Yeah.
But do you have them silver or do you have them gold?
I think...
Because that matters.
It will matter eventually.
Yeah.
So when you get certain amount of medals, you get to unlock little extras, which I will only say one of them, all right? Because one of them, when I found out, only made me love this game more. If you get 20 medals, regardless if they're gold or silver, you get... Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine mode.
Oh shit! Really? Is it just the game?
It's no, it's not the full game, but
it's just a mode.
It's a mode in the extras where you can play either through the computer or you can actually play with another person.
Okay, that's cool. We won't say any more about that, but that's cool.
It's so cool.
Yeah,
and
because I love Puyo Puyo.
Yeah, it made me. Right now, I'm grinding through playing as Tails. I'm just like, all right, I got to get the last. What is it, like 6 or whatever?
Yeah.
Like. Medals because god dang it, do I need to get this because I
want to see it for yourself.
Dr. Robotnik's Mean Machine I loved it on the Sonic Mega Collection Plus on my PS2, playing both the Game Gear version.
God, the shout out to the Game Gear.
Shout out to the Game Gear. 8
I
batteries.
thought about buying a Game Gear like a couple weeks ago.
Why? How much are they?
I don't know, but it's like how much are the batteries are going to cost to use that thing.
I wouldn't want it to use it. I just wanted to have
No,
one.
I want to use a Game Gear. I want to play Genesis games on the go.
You want to play...
on a shitty Game Gear screen. I don't care.
You want to play Sonic Chaos for an hour before you have to change 8
play
batteries?
Sonic 3D Blast.
No.
So don't play Aladdin on the Genesis. The Aladdin.
Yeah, I was like, 3D Blast wasn't on the Game Gear.
God, 3D Blast sucks.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I played the Mega Collection. That game is not good anymore.
Fair enough.
Or I don't know if it was ever good.
It probably wasn't. What was that on?
Fuck, if I remember.
I don't care.
But I also kind of feel, I'm not sure if this is correct. But I realized it might be true.
Mm-hmm.
Those bonus stages to get the emeralds.
Okay.
That's Sonic R.
Yeah, I believe it is.
But I don't know if that's on purpose, but they are just Sonic R.
Yeah, no, I think they said that they mixed like something from like, it's like the stages from like chaotic sand.
And I know like it's cool it's fun to make fun of like the dumb spin-off Sonic games because they are dumb. Sonic R wasn't that bad.
It's weird.
It's not as bad as like that Mario part ripoff that they made for Sonic on the Dreamcast. That thing is terrible.
Yeah, it's all right.
But Sonic R is okay.
Sure.
It's got that iconic song that everyone knows.
Yeah.
It gave us the worst creepypasta of all time with the Tails doll.
Which one?
Oh, you don't know about that?
Which one?
The haunted Tails doll?
I know what that.
No,
okay.
Just the idea of a Tails doll being haunted is from that.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
There's so many Sonic things. I don't know where they're from. Yeah. And I don't know them all because there's too many to know.
I know a good chunk of them.
You probably,
even then, I'm still probably missing
even
a ton.
then, you're scratching the surface.
Because there's people who some of them, their hobby was making fan Sonic ROM hacks.
Yes.
So these people know their shit.
We've all played Sonic.exe.
I have not.
Really?
I heard about it and because I read the story. I'm like, man, this shit's lame.
It's so lame. It's so lame. I remember playing it as a kid. I was like, this is weird.
Yeah.
I kind of thought it was lame, but I thought it was cool.
It was a ROM hack.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, as of recording this one for a little bit, it will not be on PC. The PC launch is still delayed to the 29th.
Mm-hmm.
But I do have a recommendation for people who want a Sonic-like game that is still pretty good on its own, which is Freedom Planet.
Never heard of this.
Freedom Planet, you should look it up right now while we're sitting here because we're almost done with this podcast.
Okay.
Freedom Planet was literally what people wanted years ago. People said, we want a game that is like Sonic from the Genesis, and they just made that.
Interesting.
It was a Kickstarter game.
Whoa.
And it's pretty great. It looks like a Genesis game.
It does.
It's not quite Sonic. It has a couple of things that are unique to itself, and it has a story that I kind of skipped over because it's not super, super great.
This looks like a straight up Genesis game.
But it is a pretty great replacement for a Sonic game that is still kind of its own thing.
Yeah.
So
how much is it?
It's $15.
Cool. Yeah.
It's a pretty good game. It's going to get a sequel, I believe. I don't know when, but I think it's announced it's going to have a sequel. I thought the game was great. If you don't have Sonic Mania and you're waiting on it on the PC, I think honestly you should look at basically what is the Sonic Mania precursor, which is Freedom Planet.
All right.
People who like Sonic made a fan thing that was like Sonic.
If you're not going to play this on the PC, if you have anything else, Sonic Mania is $20.
Yeah.
All right.
Which is, I think, honestly, with the things, this game is decently long for what it is.
The replayability, the quality of the game, I think it's easily worth $40. I mean this. I think if it was $40, I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like $20 does not make sense to me that this game is that cheap. Like there's no reason for you not to get this game if you have the ability to get this game.
But I will warn one thing for people though. If you never enjoyed how the old Sonic games felt, this game will not change your mind. And that's not what it's trying to do.
Yeah.
So if you're going to play this, don't go in with that mindset of like maybe it'll fix how I think about Sonic.
Yeah.
Well, the old Genesis games.
No.
It is made for people who enjoy that style of gameplay. That's kind of the point of this game entirely.
Yeah, and they do an amazing job at it.
And that's what its strength is.
Yes.
But its best parts are when it does its own thing, which I kind of wish was more of the game, honestly.
I think they did that kind of... You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of like... this game reminds me a lot of Sonic Generations. I like Sonic Generations a lot.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of moments where I was like, I wish that there was more...
uniqueness.
Yeah. Like, because Sonic Generation feels good. Even the 3D stuff feels good.
See, I always liked the new 3D stuff.
For Generations?
No, like new Sonic, like the new running stuff. I always liked it. Like Sonic Unleashed onwards.
All right. No.
Yeah.
You can be wrong.
No, I think it's fun.
You can think it's fun.
Yeah.
It's not, though. So that's fine. Sonic Generations, I think, is a... This is why I think Sonic... I have hope for Sonic Forces, right?
I haven't... But they haven't shown a ton of gameplay of it. I'm curious what that game looks like in motion.
Yeah.
Because they did release the theme song for Sonic Mania.
Or for Sonic Forces.
And Sonic Forces, have you heard it?
I have not.
You should listen to it.
All right. I will do that after this podcast.
Do you remember the classic song, I Am All I Am?
Did Crush 40 do this goddamn theme song?
I am not sure, But man, does it remind me of that song.
I really hope Crush 40 did the theme song for Sonic Forces. If that's the case, that means this game is probably bad, but I don't care. I want it.
It has a custom make your own Sonic OC mode in it.
Which
this game is going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to it, honestly.
I'm looking for. I wish my hopes were not as high as they are because it is Sonic.
My hopes
right?
are not high for the new one, but they are raised up because of what Sonic Mania delivered.
Yeah,
which makes no quantifiable sense.
No, but I agree with you wholly.
But I feel like this is an effort to make people go, guys, Sonic, you can like it again.
Yeah,
we don't have to keep doing the cycle of new Sonic game announced. It'll be shit. No, guys, it'll be cool. Turns out to be bad or mediocre. Guys, Sonic is dead. Repeat the cycle
forever
for like the past decade.
Forever until you die.
Yeah, we've been doing this for a long time. And Sonic Mania, I honestly say Generations broke that.
Yeah, Generations.
Some people, not everyone was on board. Which is fair.
Generations was not. I think too many people were burned by the time Generations came out. They just didn't give it a chance.
Totally.
Because I think Generations is actually a quality video game.
I think it's a good game.
It's a quality Sonic game.
It has some. Honestly, I think I have more problems with it than you do.
Yeah, for sure.
But I don't think it's a bad game.
No, it's a good video game.
Like that and Colors were good shows of faith that they could do cool stuff with it.
Colors.
It was unique.
It was unique. I didn't like the way it felt though.
Okay.
I can
understand that.
Yeah. I wanted to because it looks so cool.
Yeah. I liked the weird wisp system. It was fun.
Yeah. I do
love that theme song.
Yeah, everything about that game I wanted to like, but it's just like I didn't.
But that was a good show. For me, that was a good show of faith. Like Sonic can change.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Sonic has been gradually getting
in
good,
quality, yeah.
Right? And hopefully Sonic Forces doesn't just man, I'm gonna be so sad if we get like another Sonic Unleashed situation.
Sonic Unleashed wasn't that terrible.
No, it was. Shut up.
Half of it was pretty bad.
No.
The other half was inconsistent.
No, it was bad. It's bad. When's the last time you played that game?
Like 3 years ago.
That's why.
Because I like parts of that game.
How?
Some of the running stages I think are really, really fun.
Oh my god.
Because it reminds me of the Mega Man shit of just memorizing the level. And it feels fun when you learn the layout.
Interesting.
And it has really good music in it. Holy shit.
All right.
Like the stand-in Asia level in it, I forget what the fake name, it has like my favorite soundtrack and sound in that game.
So the people who did the intro for Sonic Mania,
it's the guy who did my favorite fan comic for Sonic ever made.
No. Okay, so the animation.
Yeah, that's the guy who did a comic.
So the music, Hyper Potions, that's the name. I couldn't think of it last week.
Yeah.
I was thinking of a different band.
Can you buy that song, by the way?
Huh?
Can you buy that intro song?
Probably.
I want to know the soundtrack for this game.
All I know is that every single time I load up this game, I listen to that.
I watch it every time.
Yeah, every time. It's
because they managed to like recreate the like art style of the Sonic CD intro with some of the art style from like the box art of the Japanese Sonic 1 cart.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
It feels, and the music, it's like Hyper Potions. That song, I have a playlist on Spotify called God Tier. I think are some of the best musics ever.
Yeah.
I might put that song on there. It's so good.
Yeah. The whole soundtrack for Sonic Mania is incredible.
The whole soundtrack, but even though Hyper Potions didn't do the soundtrack, they just did I think the credits and this.
Yeah, but everything in music,
and
everything
one of the trailers,
in this game.
and
very
everything about this game sounds good. The original music sounds awesome.
Yeah. Awesome.
Awesome. The remixes, everything feels true and good. Although there's one stage where there's this horrible 90s style sample of someone going, yeah!
No, I love it. Shut up. That is so Sonic. Come on.
It was so bad.
No.
No, like, look.
The old Sonic stages have that shit in them. Come on. It felt so appropriate.
Sure.
Come on.
Come on. I didn't want it, though.
Come on. It's part of the flavor of Sonic.
Whatever.
It's always been that. Sonic
I'm not that.
Sonic is like the most 90s thing ever created.
Yes.
Next to like Nirvana.
Yes.
Next to Pearl Jam's more 90s than like
Pearl Jam. Yeah, Pearl Jam was way more 90s.
Yeah. No, Hoobastank is the most 90s.
Shabooti.
Shabooti.
That's Coheed and Cambria's band before they were Coheed and Cambria.
Are they super 90s?
No, but they're just weird. Just the name definitely is.
Yeah.
Shabooti
dubs.
Yeah. So get Sonic Mania. You have no excuse not to, unless you're on PC. Which, by the way,
don't like old Sonic.
If you're on PC, yeah. So if you do have PC, on Bundle Stars, you can get Sonic Mania for Steam for $14.39. Which again,
you're putting your money down for later.
Yeah.
But it's still you're gonna get $5 off. Which $15 for this game is a steal.
Use coupon Summer10. That's what it says here. This isn't a sponsor.
Dollar Shave Club.
Dollar Shave Club. Yes. Make sure you're on your Casper mattress. And eating
out of your nature box.
Out of your nature box, playing with your
MeUndies.
Yes, all of this.
It's a good time to like Sonic, Lewis.
It's a good time to It's a good time for video games.
The comics are coming back. The good ones at least are coming back.
I think I'm gonna wrap this up with video games. I think are back.
They've been back.
They've been back. I know they've been back, but like,
guess who's back? Back again. Video games are back.
Yeah, but it's I've never been this happy since like I was a wee bab
about video games.
Because
this year's been a really, really good year.
It's been such a good year for video games. Yeah. Again, from like Nier Automata, which
Resident Evil 7, Horizon Zero, Breath of the Wilds.
Yeah. Sonic Mania.
There's so much stuff that I can't even name because there's too many good games.
Good games. Yeah. I'm about to buy Shovel Knight for the second time and Rayman's Legend for the second time.
That was gonna be your third time buying Rayman.
Huh?
Oh no, you played that mobile game instead. I'm kissing about that.
Yeah, I played the one which is not fun because it's an auto run and it says you tap to jump.
I've heard it is still the best auto runner though.
Yeah, it's fun, but it's not what I want.
I just want to give the people who made Rayman money because they didn't get any of it.
Fair enough. Hey, it's okay. You're gonna get double it from me, baby. Here you go, Ubisoft.
Ubisoft, please let them use the UbiArt engine again. They haven't used it since like Child of Light.
Remember, guys, UbiArt's sometimes good. They have 3 good games.
Yeah.
What is it? Rayman, Child of Light, and Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon.
That's like UbiArt.
Ubisoft, I'm saying.
Yeah, Ubisoft has other good games.
Do they?
Yeah, but I mean, UbiArt is their engine. That's the 2D stuff.
Okay. Yeah, the UbiArt engine's awesome.
It has 2 good games.
All right.
It's got the Rayman games, which actually no, that's 3, and then Child of Light.
There's 2.
And that's it.
Rayman Origins and Rayman Legends.
Yeah, so 3 good games, and then I don't like that war game very much.
I don't like it. This War of Mine?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. It's not for me.
I thought that this War of Mine was like that other like realistic survival game.
Is that not what?
That's a different game. That's a different game. That game's good.
All right.
I'm shitty at it, but that game's good.